Hello, good evening, everyone. Are you able to hear me? Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can start asking your doubts.
Actually, this is my first class, sir. Like
Okay.
I've been home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah. My name is Monica and I'm from Andhra Pradesh.
Okay. Basically, you're from which profession or?
BM is final year student, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fine.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
From Prasanna College of Ayurveda.
Okay. 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 Very good. Very good. Super. So any questions you can ask. This is only the question and answer hour. Your any doubts? Anything you can ask. Anything?
No, sir.
You understood everything, no doubts at all. So let me ask you some doubts.
No, nothing. Yeah, sir. If I'm able to answer, I will.
What?
If I'm able to answer, I will sure. I'll answer.
Okay, so can you explain the like what is the treatment of renal failure? What the possible drugs you suggest according to your knowledge?
We can go for dialysis, sir.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that's
what.
the first thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. That is there. See, if a patient comes to you as an Ayurvedic doctor, what drugs you suggest? Anything?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, sure. As I have told you, the thing is that whenever there is a failure, most what you call most of the Ayurvedic doctors uh, put few drugs which is like Gokshura, Punarnava, and we got in a chat box as Punarvasava. Okay, so all these are like diuretic, has the property of diuretics. So if we give in a higher dosage, so further failure will be very in a progressive failure stage, it will take place. So you have to remember one thing. So whenever our kidney is weak, we should not further stress the kidney to work more. See, as and when you put the diuretics, that could be an allopathy and Ayurveda. That could be a temporary, it should be a temporary thing. And if you persistently you keep on adding the drug, increasing the dose, the every possibility that you are making the kidney to failure as soon as possible. So henceforth, if at all, if we want to put, we have to put in a micro dosing. That is really Punarnava is really a kidney regenerator. But in what dose? That is an important question. Of course, Gokshura also could be a part of a diuretics, But definitely, if you go for more than 1 pinch, you should not even cross 5 grams, not 5 grams, what you call 10 mg. It should be very fine, like 10 mg dose. It should be the advised thing. So as far as possible, decrease the dose rather than increasing the dose of any medicines for that instance. So keep this thing in the mind. Okay. So coming to the question and answer hour. So your questions will be answered. That's only the today's session. You ask the question, I answer. If you don't ask, no, there will be no topic. Yeah, it's up to you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Dr. G. Yes, doctor.
Yeah. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible. Yes, madam. Your question, please.
Yeah. Last topic where we left, it was about cancer, and over phone we had a discussion. So I just wanted if you can explain in the same way to other participants also. They will also get benefited with this.
So okay, so actually, treatment is a very elaborated part. See, we have got medicines.
Yeah.
We have got many treatments in Ayurveda, in also in Ayur Homeo, and Sattva Vajaya Chikitsa. So it's a contributory of many things. So I think we require another at least 2-3 classes to explain whole of the complete treatment portfolio. What exactly line of treatment, like you want to know about the drugs or how it acts or manas. So what exactly you want, I can narrate. In which part you need, you can touch the option, 4 option: drugs, manas, Ayur Homeo, or the what you call external therapies. 4.
We can start with sir Manas and then Ayur Homeo.
Okay, so starting with Manas. Okay, so if no other will ask question, so I'll come to the second question, third and fourth. No, we will see. It's time bonding. It's only about 40 minutes time bonding. So in with that, we will ask first relating to the Manas. First thing, Manas, from Manas only, whichever the disease that could, for the instance, whichever the disease. So you can ask doctor whether virus also play the same role. Do you have any thought regarding that, doctor? Do the Manas have a role in whichever the viral drugs, viral infection? Rashmi madam, are you able to hear me? Hello, Rashmi, Dr. Rashmi, getting my point? Are you able to hear me? Hello? Okay, are you able to hear me now? There was some network disturbance. Are you able to hear me? Okay. So the concept was the Manas has that much vitality, even if we want to get a viral infection. If the Manas is in a low way, that is when the patient is in a depression, when he is in a sad. So definitely at that time, our immune system also will be in a low end. Henceforth, what will happen? So for each and every disease, for that matter, including the virus to a cancer, A to Z. So all the things will come under the system of Manas. So only we have a common thing between animal and human beings. What are the common things? Whatever the internal organs we have, the same things is there in all the animals. You can take it for deer, buffalo, donkey, monkey, cat, rabbit, everything. But what we differ from them is only the Manas, our creativity, the intelligence, the way of understanding, way to think, do the way to do wrong and right. So that is called as prajna aparada. You have to understand the concept of prajna aparada. That is, prajna is the conscious, aparada is the sin. By knowingly, if we are doing a sin, then it is called as prajna aparada. So we know that we should not look into the TV nor the mobile for a long time. So the ati yoga, that is excess usage of eyes along with the mobile, you know it and you do it, that becomes prajna aparada. In the same way, you know, as you are eating burger, pizza, kurkure, lays, you know that Pepsi, Cola, each and everything, you know that, but it's very tastier. You are neither you are not able to avoid that things. So what you are doing, actually, you are consuming it. Now what it is really happening is a prajna aparada. So you know, but still you take a unhealthy food. So now you tell me, for each and every disease there is a manas. So what will happen? Gradually cholesterol, gradually obesity, gradually knee joint pain. So each and everything has its origin in manas. The way you think and the way that influences the way you eat. Manas tells, come on, you let us eat the lovely, beautiful cakes every time, pizza, non-veg every time. So this is the willing of manas. So once you eat it and you acquire many such diseases, that is called as lifestyle diseases or sedentary lifestyle disorders. So now you tell me, so what is really polluting you? Is that the food or the manas? The thought of taking that food created a hunger in you, so that in spite you had a good amount of vegetables in front of you, you had a good sambar in your in your home, leaving all those things, which is tastier. Really, if you ask me, I tell the junk food is itself is tastier, definitely. But whether we are able to control our mind is the question. So definitely, so what is really a culprit? The manas is a culprit for each and every disease. So if you want to have a viral infection, so the most probable thing you have to ask the patient whether you like, what are the favorite things you like. They start telling, sir, I like ice creams very much. So what is the duration? How much you take and all? I each and every alternate day I take ice creams. What's the problem? Sir, I'm recurrent tonsillitis. Now you will be able to understand why this tonsillitis is not at all going. So because of the food habits. And actually what you have to give him, Are Baba, you have to change your thinking style. If at all I give, if allopathy doctor, if they give CPM or citrazine, I will mount whatever they give. And an Ayurvedic fellow, Haridra Kanda, Lakshmi Vilasa Rasa, and whatever we give, it is not going to respond at all. Because why? We have not understood the manas. And he did not leave the eating of all the things. So the treatment is failure. So if treatment want to be a success, so you want to establish a good connection with the manas, and if you are able to win over the manas, that is sattva. That is called as sattva. The purity of mind is called as sattva. If you are able to come above the manas and you're able to control the it will be in an equilibrium. It's not that sattva controlling raja and tamas. No, it's not like that. It should be in a three-way: sattva, raja, and tama. So raja is something like pitta, where if pitta is just like a raja, where it controls its praja. If, for example, if raja decides whether what to do and what not to do. For an example, I will give you an example. Suppose you have got 100 rupees in your pocket and you saw a beggar asking you, give me some alms. So now your sattva brain, that is vata, which is compared to the sattva here, will tell you, give him. And kapha, that is tamas, will tell you, don't give him. And sattva will tell you, give all the 100 rupees, you go walking to your home. But tamas or kapha will tell you, Arey Baba Buddhu, if you give, how long you will be able to walk? Don't do that. You can give at another time. You do not have change right now, only 100 rupees. Now what to do? Now Pitta come to a decision part. Now what shall I do? Okay, so he went to a shop, purchased one chewing gum. So ask them whether they have got change. After taking chewing gum, he got a change. Ultimately, from that, he had given 5 rupees to 10 rupees to the beggar. So that made a justification. So when the patient loses the pitta, when the absorption and assimilation gone weak, when the rajas has gone weak, the patient will be in a part of vibranti, does not know what he is doing. And he consciously is not able to withstand the natural desires. I want to see that, I want to go there, all the fantasies of worldly things, it keeps on started craving us. So only most of the time the person really wanted to leave smoking, but it's not possible. They wanted to leave drugs and drinking, but manas is not at all agreeing with that. So definitely they know that they are ruined by it, but still they cannot resist. What is really happening? The pitta has gone, so there is no dhi, that is intelligence, or the pitta to control the emotions. So pitta is something like a fire which burns off the kapha. Kapha is something like a darkness which comes and blocks the way of the sattva. So when pitta stands in between, what will happen? It will balances the pitta as well as vata. In the same way, when rajas is in balanced state, so it balances vata and also kapha or tama. Now you are able to understand in the nadi, when you feel vata, pitta and kapha in the nadi, whenever the pitta part, just you feel in your radial artery, when you feel it is slow, so you will be able to understand that the patient is not able to take proper decisions. Sometimes he will be very in a depressed state, sometimes in very excited, sometimes enthusiastic, sometimes he is good for nothing. So he sometimes he cries, sometimes he is happy. So all things are mood fluctuating changes, and is not able to take proper decision. He always depends upon others, what they say, let me do this, you do it, he will do. Some other will say, no, you have to take this course, and why you have gone to this course? It is very absolutely wrong. Oh, is it so? He leaves after doing 6 months of one course, and he leaves and comes and joins the other course. So in the same way, many things, it keeps on occurring. In the same way, it happens in the family life also. She is beautiful, let me leave this wife and let me go to another. And in the same way, fluctuating, people keep on changing their wives and husbands as they are changing their clothes. So they are not adherent to one thing. Whatever they get, okay, this is my job, and okay, fine, I am fine with that. Let me adjust, try to adjust with her. No, it's one part of the brain will tell, let me not, why to waste my time, let me change. Keep on changing is something like monkey going from one tree to another. They will never settle. Keep on changing the trees, that's it. Keep on roaming. So what actually the problem is that they are all affected with the pitta weakness. That is, the absorption and assimilation part is gone down. So now what we have to do is that we have to make realization to the patient, Are Baba, see, this is the real problem. So that is called as opening of the insight. See, if you open the insight, that will create a greater amount of energy liberated. You need not guide a patient, you do this, you do that. No, that is not at all required. As a simple counseling techniques, by using simple paraphrasing or reflexing or imitating techniques, you can adopt and you can guide the patient to rethink of his decisions and what and where he is now. This is the real manas training. You have to train the manas and you have to open the insight. So this part will come under the sattva, sattva vajaya chikitsa. That is the concept of manas. So I have shared many examples, and I have been keep on telling the importance of manas each and every time in each and every class. As also in the treatment of cancer, I have been telling you is that please look into the mulatha karana, that is the root cause of all the diseases, manas itself. Straight away you can write and underline in a bigger letters, write in a capital letter, all diseases are originated in manas itself. Because the way you think, the way you adopt your lifestyle, makes who you are. What you think and what you eat and how you stand and how you lie down, how you sit and how you walk, all makes your personality as well as your disease. So what we can do consciously, see, whatever you want to do it consciously. See, something like if you want to eat something, you think consciously, like, is it good for my health? Nor it's good for my taste. After I take this taste, I might land up in this disease. So what should I do? I'm able to face the disease. Okay, fine. Come on, face it. Or else you should not blame the God or some other doctor. See, I went to 16 number of doctors. I went to Manipal, I went to Dr. Joseph, I went to Dr. Mustika, I went to that doctor. Not this, I keep on patient grumbling. I went to that famous specialist. I have been in this case. So patient does not know it's because of his own mistakes. And doctors are very clever. They never tell this is because of your mistakes. They give a good, beautiful names of the disease, like, beautiful name where we really, it's very nice to hear that names. But really, we ultimately show that it's not because of me, it's because of that disease I am like this. So each and every time, if you ask the student, why are you late? Madam, bus miss. Bus has been very late. So why could I not got up early and catch the previous bus rather than telling this reason? So that is your mistake. That is called as ego defense mechanism. Okay. So what is ego defense mechanism? In spite of knowing that it is my fault, I am defending myself. No, it's not my fault. It's her fault. It's their fault. It's bus fault. So keep on blaming our part to that. Okay. So what is really our part? So actually, if you take the examples of great personalities, why they have become a great personality? Because they have corrected themselves rather than correcting others. So when they have corrected themselves, at least by looking at him, others will get influenced and they will get corrected. Rather than correcting each and every time, see, you should not do that, you should not do this. No, you do whatever the correct things. And when you go in a higher up, they see, oh, you are good. So let me change myself. So that will influence many. See, sun is shining, so only we are influenced and we get all vitamin D, everything. So sun is doing its job. So everyone is without a sun in a day, it's something like, as you feel, this world is no more. In the same way, what we have to reflect our light from ourselves and rather than correcting others. So that's the one point. So when we correct ourselves, hope that will be a better day for us. Also, those who are in contact with us, what will happen? We will not hurt them, and even though they hurt, we will be in such a love and delighted manner. So they also leave their anger, and they also will be our friends. So are we in that manner or that personality? So all these things counts in a counseling of any patient. Okay, this is the point, a short introduction of Sattva Vajaya Chikitsa. Any more questions you can ask, or else we will move to the second part of the question. Even though I just told a very gist of the Sattva Vajaya Chikitsa, once you come over here, you will gain more experience of how to deal. Like it's each and everything cannot be explained, but it has to be felt. As you feel the nadi, then only you will be able to understand. In the same way, as you experience these things, how the manas have the miracle power. See, if patient goes to church, masjid, temples, and they claim that my cancer is cured, so you really stand astonished. Definitely, it is happening. It's in near my place called as Ennarpura. There is one sister. She was suffering from cancer, 4th stage. So my missus is from that same place where she used to tell me the sisters, the nuns, have left her to her home, native place. Okay, how long you live, you no problem. So she used to say only this much. So it's not the medicine, it's not the oil, it's not the any drugs which is going to cure. It's only the divine power. It's only the will of God is healing any human beings. This is the only thing that she was kept on writing, pages together, months together, days together, with only the belief, God knows, if he want to heal me, let him heal. So by this, very surprisingly, by this powerful way of thinking, she got regressed all the 4 stages, and she is still alive and giving her explanation or his belief to all the peoples. So it's a simple thing. Just I am telling you, we think each and everything could be cured by medicine. No, we are wrong at that side. So everything can be cured by manas. That is a proper, because if everything would have been cured by a drug, definitely no one would have been died. So if you are able to understand the power of mind, definitely I will tell you, everyone will die. That is the nature principle. Definitely, how will you die is only the question. Will you die weepingly? Are Baba, I have got a heart problem. Doctor has told only 2 months, 3 months. I have got cancer, that, this, and everything. What is the you are keep on grumbling. Pralapa, we call it as pralapa. When our excess vata is increased in our body, that causes pralapla. That is, patient keeps on speaking. So that is called as pralapla, elongated expression of the same feeling each and every time. Getting the point? So hope I think you have got a little bit of knowledge regarding this. So any more questions? I would like to know to answer it. Yeah.
Sir, any more light on the last thing which you said, excess vata pralapa?
See, when vata has reached the rasa, what you feel is rasakshaye shabda asaishnutvam. That is, when you go to a place where there is much noisy place, you feel as if to run away from that place and sit lonely, because you will intolerable to the sound that persists. So when it is being affected, if that is the case, when it affects the 7th dhatu, that is rasa, rakta, mamsa, meda, asti, majja, and shukra, there is the psychological perspective itself is lost, because the meda is related to the brain. When meda is being affected, the patient goes to a condition called as, he is something like mad. He feels that what he is not aware of the surroundings. He does not know what he's speaking. He keeps on sticking to one point and keeps on telling the same thing each and every time. So only we tell the vata has increased up to which level it has exceeded the meda dhatu also. That is the point. Anything else you can ask?
And how to address that? I mean, some what you say, I know it's a brief topic, but some 1 or 2 tips or direction.
Okay, one tips I will give you. One thing is that, see, whenever you have accustomed to know that, see, knowing is very much important thing. See, no patient will come and tell you, I am very much jealousy with my mother-in-law. I am very much jealousy with my husband or padosi. They will not tell you all those things. They will tell you, I am suffering from skin disease. I am suffering from psoriasis. I am suffering from cancer. They will come with the report itself. So what you are already diagnosed case, and you know that it's already diagnosed case, and what to diagnose. So you think with the treatment itself. Now I am telling you one tips: don't ask the patient to submit any treatment. You keep all the files aside. You don't ask the patient to show it initially. That you can look it on to it later. First, ask the patient sit and feel the nadi. That the feeling the nadi is very much important and crucial step to go to a point to understand what he is thinking. Because without understanding the nadi, how you are able to understand the manas? So patient, rather if you go for a general discussion, how do you feel? How was the day? How was the climate? He will explain very nicely, sir, rain was very much high, sir. Petrol price is very much high. He speaks all the things. He will also speak. And what the way he thinks, if you are able to understand, then only he will open up. So that's why I keep on telling you is that, so learn nadi, that is the first thing, so that you will be able to understand the manas. That is why I told the vata, pitta, kapha, sattva, raja, tama. And if rajas is weak, you will be able to understand he is not able to decide something and he is not able to take decision. He is mentally disturbed. So this is one thing I would like to give you. Okay. Next. I think we have finished with
Thank you.
40 minutes.
Thank you,
Only
sir.
10 minutes remaining. Let any others ask the questions. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
How, Dr. Joseph, how do you advise patients how the way they eat if they have cancer? We should focus on alkaline food.
Okay. So what is the type of food we have to suggest to the patient if at all the patient is suffering from cancer? Actually, I told you cancer is not an what do you call which we have consumed, or the moreover, like we used to take pesticides in the fruits, we take respire poisonous gas in the environment, and each and every time we tell the lead poisoning, that poisoning, each and everything is 100% right. Yeah, I agree with it. So what is the treatment of cancer now? So that's the my point of caution is, we give still toxicity. Chemo radiations are what? It's far more poisonous than whatever you take, thousands times very poisonous than the pesticides, and thousands times more poisonous than whatever the respire your air. Even though you are in a Delhi, what more metropolitan city, definitely people are surviving, still surviving. Of course, many are having cancer. Okay, I agree with that. But still, what the treatment we give is more poisonous than the whatever the whatever he has taken in throughout his life. But still, he sustains to live. So neither we could see in around our area, many of the cancer patients are alive today in spite of taking chemo, radiation, surgery, everything. They live for at least 3 years to 5 years to, lucky people will live up to 10-15 years also. So second occurrence, when it happens in 10 years, then it will become more problematic. But still, patients are living. So only that treatment is going on. So now we have to understand one thing. It is not the any food what we eat that is causing cancer. It's only the thought process which is becoming kalushita, that is a toxicity, more toxicity than what we eat and what we respire. So more important has to be given to the thought process rather than eating. But definitely I'm not telling that eating is not at all. You should not totally neglect it. Definitely not. So it is a definitely a equal part of the manas. So what you eat, the way what you think, it also influence in some way. So there are food called as Sattvika diet, Rajasika diet, Tamasika diet. That is, Sattvika is that a Brahmana Bhojana. What do you call Brahman? Say where they take fresh juice of vegetables, they take ashgard, so many vitalizers, Brahmi. So all the things they eat very Sattvika diet itself. So that is called Sattvika. And Rajasika, which is having Ushna and Tikshna Guna. That is in a way, jada mirchi dalta hai, very chilly, spicy, and moreover the chicken, mutton, okay, all the red meat or the non-veg, moreover to the non-veg, these are called as Rajasika diet. And Tamasika diet are the things where they eat very much sweets. They like sweet like anything, keep on taking the sweets. The morning breakfast is sweet, afternoon sweet, evening sweet. So this makes, even though it is energetic, definitely as a way it is going, it kapha increases, and that will causes the srota avarodha. It blocks. So what is the concept of diet in Ayurveda? That is Shad Rasa Abhyasa. Shad Rasa means what? Shad means 6. Rasa means tastes. So what are the 6 tastes? So you have to adopt all the 6 tastes in your diet. So that is perfect balanced diet. Rather than we take some milkshake. Now we have in a world very much huge companies which comes in a name to reduce their weight and tell that it's very detoxificant, but still they add the what you call preservatives in it, and later on that preservative could cause much havoc in your body. And moreover, what is really happening, even though they reduce in their weight, but they are not able to continue for months together, because it is having it's really costly, and really people do not know how to eat, like what to eat and how to build up their immune system. So only thing is that we have to adopt the Shadrasa Abhyasa of Ayurveda. I think we are left with on 4 minutes. I will not be able to explain this concept within 4 minutes. Anyhow, we will speak it up in the next class. Anyhow, the topics are vast and wide, definitely. So I think we can go ahead with rasa, that is sweet taste, sour, swadu, amla, lavana, kattu, tikta, kashaya. These are the 6 tastes. Okay, you can Google it. What are the 6 tastes? Swadu, amla, lavana, kattu, tikta, kashaya. Okay, all the 6 tastes, whatever you feel in your tongue, it is there. All the 6 tastes. These 6 tastes are influencing the vata, pitta, and kapha. It is being told Tatradyam Marutam Gnanti. That is first 3 rasas, 1, 2, 3 will reduces the vata. Okay. Tatradyam Marutam Gnanti. Traya Tiktadayastu Kafam. The next 3 rasas, that is 4, 5, and 6 rasas will reduce the kapha. Kashaya Tikta Maduraha. Kashaya Tikta Maduraha. Pitta Manyathu Karvete. That will reduce the pitta. Now you have to understand what will reduce the pitta. Okay, so what is reducing the pitta? So that will what increase the, that will decrease the kapha. Like Kashaya Tikta Madura will reduce the pitta. Okay, so that thing will increase the kapha also. Okay, in the same way, the food has to include all these 6 rasas for getting all the nutrients in our diet. If you are able to follow it, and if you are able to consciously take all those things, definitely that is very apt for nourishing all the things, because we do not want only one sattva to be fed. If only sattva is feeded up, what will happen? The people goes very generous. See, what is the use of becoming very generous? One patient had come to me. He was telling, sir, someone was very much poor. I gave a few lakhs, and he told me that definitely, sir, I will pay you up. And he has left hometown, and he has left me 2 lakhs debt. So now, sir, what I have to do? See, too much generous is a big problematic. So if at all, if you give 2 lakhs, they will leave the place itself. However, they are poor. So definitely, so only one type of food will not be sufficient. All the types of food is really required, so as to balance your mind also. Definitely, those who have good balance of mind, food will not affect. That is the second question. But definitely now what we are really trying regarding the nutrition aspect of thing, which has to be really taken by mouth itself. So that has to be taken in our mind. So hope we are able to explained today's only 2 questions, that too 50-50. Hope next class we shall have further discussion regarding, I think, hope you enjoyed with this section. Okay, whatever your doubts has been little bit part by part will be cleared. Okay, so thank you for giving an opportunity to to say a few things. Okay, thank you so much. So have a good day and great day. Bye.